from outer space, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeffree and I am your favorite plus size purple haired YouTuber coming at ya back again. So this is actually the part 2 of the first video that I posted where I reviewed these Jeffree Star X Morphe brush sets. So if you guys haven't seen that video, I definitely recommend you to go watch it before you watch this video, because today we're actually going to be putting them to the test and seeing them actually working on the skin, and I'm going to review how I feel whenever they're actually like reapplied, because looking at a brush set is different than actually putting it on your face. So anyway, if you guys want to see how these brushes actually work and how they apply the makeup onto my face, since I do really heavy and like very strong makeup, just keep on watching. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start by wiping off my foundation. I already have foundation on my face that I did for the last video, but I'm going to be using some regular like cleansing charcoal wipes to just clean off my foundation. And I would usually start by priming my face, but this isn't a primer review, this is a like brush review, so I'm not going to put anything on my face. I'm just going to put skin to makeup, because I know a lot of you guys don't use primer before you like actually put the makeup on your face. So let's go ahead and use the brushes. So the first brush that I'm going to use is the biggest brush, the JS1 foundation brush. They said on the website that it works with cream, liquid, or powder foundation. This is the Better Skin Super Stay foundation, and I'm going to put a little bit on my hand and see how that works. Alright guys, and this is how the foundation left my face. So I do have to say, it is very smooth, very like airbrushed effect. It almost looks like I did it with the blending sponge. I don't see any streaking or anything like that so far. I'll get a little bit closer in there for you guys to see. Ignore this as well, because I don't want to wipe off any of my makeup. So this is just kind of what it looks like, and I totally just got my lipstick everywhere, so sorry about that, ignore that. So on a scale of 1 to 5 stars, I definitely give this brush a 5-star, because it didn't really suck up a lot of my product and then left everything feeling really smooth and like velvety. It didn't give me any streaking, and it just kind of left everything like very smooth and airbrush. So this brush is definitely a must-have. So going in with the same exact brush right after I used it, I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Concealer, and I'm just going to start applying it on my cheeks like I would regularly do it. And of course I'm going to get some on my hair, because I always do that as well. So after kind of cleaning it off my hair, I'm going to go in and smooth it out with the same brush. I want to know how well it smooths it out, or if it leaves it like muddy. So going with the same brush, I'm just going to really quickly blend it out. And this is what that looks like. But I did notice that it kind of made my concealer almost just like the same color as the foundation itself. You can barely see the difference. It just kind of like brightened up my eye a little bit. And I don't know if I like that as much. I know you can definitely see it a lot more whenever you use like a brush like this, or like a beauty sponge like this, because it just kind of like puts the pigment like actually like right on there. So I don't know how I feel about that. Let me know what you guys think down below. So I'm going to do a second coat on this eye just to see if it like helps lighten it up a little bit. And I'm actually going to take the product itself and I'm going to put it right here and see if that makes any difference. And then for comparison, I'm going to do the other side as well, and I'm going to blend it in with the little beauty blending like sponge and see the difference. Okay, so I am a little bit shocked right now, because you can see this side that I did with the beauty blending sponge is a lot sheer than this one. This one looks a little bit more like airbrushed and like more put together, and this one looks a little bit more like medium coverage, as to this one side looks a lot more like full coverage. And then this is the Beauty Blender sponge. So a lot of people kind of like really love these brushes and like sponges because they like are supposed to like give you the full like effect whenever you're putting it on instead of like leaving it swipey. But I actually got way better results with the Jeffree Star one than I did with this one. So I don't know, I'm kind of shocked because I was really expecting this one to have a little bit more of a payout, but it turns out this one won. To set my foundation, I am going to be going in with the JS2 Point Blank like foundation setting brush. So I'm going to go in with my 916 translucent powder, and I'm going to just dip a little bit of it in and put it on my face and see how well it kind of like packs everything on. So that is what that looks like. It didn't leave a lot of powder. It kind of just like made the powder seamlessly like blend into my skin. So that is always really good. It didn't leave a lot of flyaway either. I know whenever I set my under eye concealer with like this one, it definitely has a lot of fallout, and I'll show you guys on this side actually what it looks like whenever you set it with a sponge. So I'm going to be taking my powder and my sponge, and I'm going to be pressing it, and already it has a lot more fallout. And I'm just going to be pressing it onto the skin. So definitely this one has a little bit less like power to it. This one is a lot like caked on, so it really depends on if you like your like powdered caked on. I'm kind of one of those people that like it caked on so you can actually like see it and then like let it fly away, but this will definitely save you some product, I feel, because it'll be a little bit lighter and you won't use as much powder because it'll kind of like keep it blended in. But if you're like me and you like kind of like the harsh like powdered line that it gives you, this is definitely like how it is. And then this one's a little bit more natural as well. So I'll give you guys a little bit of a close-up so you guys can see the difference between the brush and the sponge. So this is the sponge side. As you can see, it is very like strong, and then this is the Jeffree Star brush side. So if you like a little bit more of the natural like setting, this is definitely going to be your best friend because this worked really well. So while I let that powder set on my face, I'm going to go in with the JS for the contour brush, and I'm going to go in and just powder contour my face and see how well that works. For contour, I'm going to go in with my Swamp Queen palette in the color Sweet Tea. So I'm going to get a little bit of the powder right here, wipe it off. It doesn't have a lot of fallout, like I said, you know, just like standard brushes. And I'm going to go in and just go at the apples of my cheeks. That's what that looks like on my cheekbones. I'll show you guys. It's really unblended right now. But that's what that looks like. I kind of almost wish that this was a little bit bigger, kind of like this size, so I can go ahead and like blend it out fully, because this kind of like keeps everything like one like big harsh line in one row. And like if I do it on my chin, like it'll definitely just keep it like right there. So I'm going to go in with the brush that we used before, and I'm going to just soften that up. So yeah, I guess the only critique that I give this brush is that I really wish it was a little bit thicker. I mean, like I said, like I just did, you could always go in with this little bit of a thicker brush and just kind of like smooth it out, but I really wish this wasn't so like dense and like super strong for a contour brush, because whenever you contour, you really want it to be kind of like airy and flowy and not just like so like like super angry looking like on your cheek. And this is a little bit more like a small, like really detailed contour brush. But I mean, it's still like a really good brush if you like your contour a little bit more precise. For me, I like it a little bit more like shadowy and thicker, but I mean, it's not that big of a difference. Like going in with another brush and just blending it out, it's not that big of a deal. And then after I contoured, I'm just going to go in with the same brush that we did, and I'm going to blend all the rest of the powder out. And as of right now, my face feels really silky, really clean. It doesn't look like it has a lot of like streaking or any streaking at all. It just made everything like really nicely blend in together. So I am very happy with the brushes so far as well. I'll give you guys a little close-up so you guys can see what my face looks like right now. I liked how it made my contour look like really strong, like how I always like it, but it kind of like really blended it in but kept it like strong and like right in the middle. So I really like that. Like on this side you can really see it just like where it's at and like a little bit more of like a feathery effect. So that's really, really good. The next step is highlighting. I'm going to go in with the JS number 4 like Fly High highlighting brush, and this is again the very soft bristled like highlighting brush. And for highlighter, I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Aurora palette. And my palette accidentally broke this morning, so I do have one that is like completely crushed. I need to fix it with alcohol. I just haven't gotten around to it today. But I'm going to go in with the color Lumina and with a little bit of the color Lyra or Lyria or whatever right here. So I'm going to just take a little bit of it and take a little bit of that one as well, and of course. And I did notice that a lot of the pigment really like flew off of my brush with this one, so it's still like really coated as you can see, so hopefully it'll have a payout. So this is the highlight by itself. It's kind of like very lackluster right now, you can barely see it. But that is with applying it with the highlighting brush. I'll give you guys a little close up. And for me, most highlights don't really appear on my face the first time around anyway, so I do like to take a little bit of my MAC Fix Plus or my DIY like MAC Fix Plus that I made myself. So I'm going to take a little bit of my DIY and I'm going to coat my brush. And I'm going to go in with the same colors in the palette that I took and see how much better that works. So it definitely coated the brush a lot more using the Fix Plus. So let's apply it on the face and see how it goes. So as you can see here, using that Fix Plus definitely really did it justice. It looks stunning right now. I'll give you guys a little bit more of a close-up so you guys can see. But it still left everything like super nicely blended and everything super nicely put together. So using a little bit of help from the setting spray or like a little bit of a pigment correcting spray, it definitely left it a little bit more blinding. But I think that's the palette in itself, honestly, because those highlighters don't really show up on my face, like I said, the first time around. So I always do like to take a little bit of this to kind of like bring out the pigment a little bit more, and usually that looks really good. But like for the brush itself, whenever you apply it, it's really good. I absolutely love this brush, and I'm definitely going to be using it every single time I do my highlight as well, or whenever I need to like blend in my eyeshadows, because I think that'll look really, really cute whenever you blend them in. Alright guys, and that was pretty much it for my review on the brushes, like actually putting on the makeup on my face. I didn't do these brushes right here just because I didn't want to like redo my eyeshadow or my eyebrows and like blend it all out. But if they're anything like these brushes, they're definitely to die for, and I do not regret buying these at all. I am so happy I made this decision, and I am so happy I purchased these because I'm definitely going to be putting them to use almost every single day, if not every single time I do my makeup. So definitely look forward to seeing these brushes a lot on my videos, because I think once you get to like these brushes, I think it's really hard to go back to like just regular drugstore brushes. So I am definitely so happy that I purchased these. I should also mention that for my lipstick today, I am using the Kat Von D. It's kind of like a really like dark gray lipstick, and this is in the shade Woof. And it's a little bit of a gray like matte lipstick. And for my eye makeup today, I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills like Renaissance palette, and then I used the Morphe like the green 35 like color palette that I'll put a picture right here, and then I'll put the picture of the palette, the other palette from Anastasia that I did to do this eye makeup, and this is what it looks like. I tried doing the cut crease kind of like effect for like hooded eyes, and it came out really good. I'm really happy with how it came out. It's a little bit of a shimmer color, as you can see, and then like a little bit of a dark intense green, which of course my signature like cross detail on it. So if you guys like the way that I did my makeup today, maybe I'll do a little tutorial on it. I don't know, it depends on if you guys like it or not. If you guys did, please make sure to give this video a big old thumbs up and comment down below that you want to see a tutorial on how I did this eyeshadow look. And as always, please make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. It means the world to me that we are over 360 subscribers. Like, wow, already. Like, I've only been doing YouTube for a few years, and I stopped doing it and then I'm back on it and again, and like all the support that I've been getting from coming back, it just means the absolute world to me. If you guys are already subscribed to my channel, please make sure you guys have the notification bell up above so you guys can see every single time I post a new video and review stuff like this. And just as always, thank you guys so much again. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.